Well, start off with congratulations to Arkansas State. They came in and beat us, and they deserved it. Beat us from the very beginning. That was not the same football team that I've seen for the 5 weeks going into this game. On our side, we didn't, that falls on the coaching staff and me as a head coach to get them to play at a certain level. And obviously today we did not compete well enough to be able to play with a team like Arkansas State, who's a co-champion from last year. So I'll open up for any questions.
Early on, you had first drive, you had a 3rd and 8, you had a drop convert, you had turnovers. So you had some plays that really went against you. Do you think things just kind of snowballed early on?
I mean, we couldn't stop them. I mean, we went down and we drop a pass, and then they get the ball and go right down and score. I mean, we didn't play at the level that we are capable of playing at. I never saw it coming this week. Usually as a coach, you have a sense during the week of how they're preparing, and I thought we prepared well. I mean, our kids were excited and practiced hard. We executed well in practice, and then today, it's the responsibility of me as the head football coach to have them playing at a high level, and I failed to do that today.
A lot of the defensive mistakes. I mean, again, you mentioned some, and I think right before the half, you had the 3rd and 11, and they broke the long run. How do you explain this?
We missed tackles. We ran out of a gap. Got outran. I mean, just wasn't so much mistakes as far as not being where you're supposed to be, more as you not making. We did not, as a coaching staff, prepare them well enough to make the play today.
Offensively, what difficulties did their defense provide against you today?
Speed off the edge. Nick got hit more today than he had all season, and they stuffed us running the ball. We weren't able to really run the ball because we started off in that first series running the ball pretty well, but then they made some adjustments, and we tried to attack it, but we weren't able to run the ball until later in the game. I think the last drive of the game. So, we turned one-dimensional and we couldn't protect, and we didn't keep the defense off the field, and they rolled up the points.
Not having your starting left tackle, how much of that hurt?
Well, Mike Ivory's an excellent football player. I mean, he's a guy that 2 years from now, pro scouts are going to be looking at him. I mean, they're looking at him now. So anytime you take him out of the equation, that hurts you. But Steve Wolgamont, can play, and we just did not perform. Again, it's the responsibility of the head football coach and the coaching staff to have these guys performing at a high level today, and we failed as a staff to do that.
The decision to go to the McLean in the 4th quarter, was that because of the hits there?
Yeah, I mean, it was 45-3, and I'm not going to take a chance and have Nick get beat up or injured for the rest of the season, when the game was pretty much out of hand. I mean, I didn't have a 42-point play, you know what I mean? So I wasn't going to put him in a situation to get injured. So we started making substitutions and started seeing some, get an eye. I wanted to watch guys and see how they competed, and I wanted to see. I was disappointed in leadership. I was disappointed in a lot of things today, and it starts with, again, myself and my coaching staff. It's our responsibility.
Will you do any changes to practice for your upcoming game this next week?
No, there's no reason to change what we do. Our practices are there's only so many ways to practice, and we're very professional in the way we practice. Our kids, our format's is great. There's no reason to change that. It wasn't in the practice. It was when we practiced this week. I never saw this coming. Usually, again, you get a sense of a letdown or a sense of something, and I never saw that in our kids this week. So something between they went to bed last night and they woke up this morning, somehow we did, as a coach, I did not get them prepared enough to go out there and compete today.
Coach, what will be done differently next week to try to keep Nick off the turf?
Block better. I mean, we're not going to invent a new offense, or our protections are fine. It's just we were getting beat at at certain positions, and we just have to do a better job. As coaches, I have to do a better job of getting them to perform better than they did.
Were they doing a lot of stunting?
Yeah, they move their line. They're a speed team. They're not nearly as big as Louisiana Lafayette, so they're more of a speed team, and it causes problems today. Again, I'm not trying to take any credit away from Arkansas State. They came in here, they jumped all over us, they beat us, they deserved the win. They did an outstanding job, and we did not. And it starts with me.
Coach was saying that once you guys got behind by a lot, it made you one-dimensional, and it was a lot harder on the offense. Kind of see it that way.
Yeah, because whenever you get one-dimensional and you, especially when you take away the run because you're so far behind, you have to pass. It allows the defensive line to pin their earbacks and rush hard upfield because they know they don't have to be responsible for their run gaps, and it allows them to do more twists and stunts to create pressure, and that's what they're able to do.
Those twists and stunts, did they create a lot of confusion maybe?
They're just really good at them. We knew that coming in, especially when we're sliding our offensive line away from the stunt. Then it's real tough, and it's not like a blitz. It's hard to see where it's coming from. You can't. There's nothing giving it away where it's coming from. So it's just hard to pick up in general.
Did they make it maybe difficult to see downfield? I saw sometimes when you were sitting in the pocket waiting for something to open up. Was it difficult to make something happen downfield?
Yeah, at times because they were good at taking away the first read. They did a really good job game planning against us, so they designed their coverage to take away our first read, making me get to my second and third receiver, and they were good enough at creating enough pressure to where I didn't have the time to do that.
Coach was saying he didn't see this coming the way you guys practiced this week. Did you see it coming, or how do you think this?
No, I mean, I would never see anything like this happening. I mean, watching film and watching what we were able to do against them last year and what we were able to do in the past 5 games. I mean, I expected fully that we were going to be able to win coming into this game. And if you were to say the final score was going to be 52-10, I would have guessed that it would have been us with the 52 points. But they came out here ready to play, and their team played their hearts out. And we didn't show up today.
You took a lot of hits. How are you feeling? Coach was saying you probably got hit more today than you have the whole beginning part of the season.
I feel better than I do after the Lafayette game because, I mean, those weren't the same size guys that were landing on me at Lafayette or Washington. So, I mean, I could walk, and that's always good, and I can feel my right arm. So, I'll be ready to get into the weight room tomorrow and definitely get into the ice bath tomorrow as well.
So, tough day for the defense today. Coach was just saying that in general you're having a hard time stopping them. In the big picture, how do you see things? What were some of the problems there?
Well, that was a real good Arkansas State team, man. We had to do a better job at preparing during the week. We didn't have a great week of preparation. I mean, I put that on me. I mean, I'm the team leader, so I'm expected to push the defense. I mean, we expected our offense to put up a bunch of points. I told the guys if we could get them the ball back, they would. I mean, we didn't do our job in getting the ball back either on turnovers. So.
All of a sudden, in the second quarter, you had a bunch of stops. You had, the turnover in there. But the first quarter they scored, I guess, on 4 straight possessions. Just a bad start.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was preparation during the week. I mean, obviously we wasn't prepared for this Arkansas State team.
What will you do this upcoming week for your game next Saturday? Is there anything that you feel you can implement into the team to help preparations?
Definitely. Continue to lead, like I've been doing. Continue to lead, and I mean, stay on the guys. I mean, for us to get better, we'll have to work harder. As simple as that. Just have to work harder.
You said they were a really good team. What were some of the things that they were doing that makes them that good team, especially against you guys today?
They were really up tempo. I mean, we didn't prepare for that at all in practice. and well, it's not that we didn't prepare for it, but we didn't play as hard at practice to prepare for that. And I mean, they were moving pretty fast. I mean, it was just.
Is it hard to simulate that speed that they play at in practice?
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, it's different speed from the game, so yeah.
Take us a little bit into what the team was feeling after you was able to get that turnover on, and when they hoping that maybe that perhaps it would be a momentum shift.
Yeah, we definitely was looking at anything to be a momentum shift at that point. That was a great play, I believe, that Tanner Strickland made a strip. He had two of them tonight. So, I mean, he played a real good game. So, I mean, we definitely looked at that as a momentum shift. But, I mean.
So when they're playing that fast and snapping the ball that fast, is it hard to get everybody lined up right?
Yeah, it is. We have to do a better job. And I have to do a better job in getting guys lined up.